Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about the baby, and because he got the internet up in a frenzy, like I understand why, but let's just get into it. So if you did not hear what the baby said, let's just listen to what he said real quick.
Ice and the illness have a moment for him. You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas,
Lights up.
fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in
Let's
the
be
air.
real about this shit.
Yeah, keep it fucking real.
Some of y'all niggas suspect.
So he said that, and everybody want to drag him on social media because of those comments that he made. Now, he did put out a video, and before I even get to my thoughts about it real quick, let me just play what he said happened.
Motherfuckers in hell. I say if you don't got AIDS, put a cell phone light up. I say if you ain't sucked dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights up. So I could drop my next song. I wasn't going on no rant. That's called a call to action. That's what that's called, because I'm a live performer. I'm the best live performer. I'm the live show killer. You interact with your fans. You get what I'm saying? Look, all the lights went up, gay or straight. You want to know why? Because even my gay fans don't got fucking AIDS, stupid ass niggas. They don't got AIDS. My gay fans, they take care of themselves. They ain't going for that. They ain't no nasty gay niggas. You know what I'm saying? They ain't no junkies. You know what I'm saying? On the street.
Now, he released that video telling people that he didn't mean anything towards, the LGBTQ community, because those are the people who was coming at him talking about that's insensitive. You don't say that. Da, 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 da. Now, on one hand, I do understand why people were so upset, but on the flip side, y'all been to those rap concerts before. They always saying things, um, like if you're bald headed, put your hand. If you ain't bald headed, put your hands up. If you ain't broke, put your hands up. Especially for women, they always be like, if your private don't stink, make some noise. If what like they do that stuff all the time, and when there's women in the audience, who's to say that stuff don't make them feel uncomfortable or feel some type of way? Because I've been to concerts where they be like, if you ain't got an STD, put your hands up. Like they say wild stuff like that at those concerts all the time before they go to another song. And that's not saying that what he said was right or wrong. But when people are entertainers and their job is to entertain, when they're on the stage, people cannot control how they choose to entertain. If you don't like it, then guess what? Stop supporting him. Because a lot of the things that he have done, people don't seem to have a problem with supporting. When he up there talking about shooting folk, I'ma slap this, I'ma do that, da 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 da. Everybody happy. Oh, he real, he this, he that. But the moment he say something that's geared toward a certain community, the media want to be up in the uproar, and he want now all the companies want to drop him and try to make it seem like he just said something, like he was coming at the people who have AIDS or whatever. Now, when it comes to AIDS, first of all, people haven't even, like, just because somebody have AIDS doesn't mean that they're gay. So I don't even know why the gay community or the LGBTQ community coming at him as if only those people have AIDS. Like I'm that's the part that makes absolutely no sense. Just because the media likes to say, oh, this community are the ones who get it because they have same-sex relationships, and mainly they say two men that's in a relationship together will get it. They don't never really say, two women, will get it. They always focus on the males. So the thing is, folks are up in a antsy for absolutely, I'm not gonna say for absolutely nothing, but folks is picking and choosing what they want to be mad about. Because if you have been to a rap concert, all of them do the same stuff. If you ain't got an STD, put your hands up. If your private smell like this, put your hands up. Do that? Y'all not think that? Do folks not think that would make women uncomfortable when they spend their whole time at a concert listening to the rappers talking about their private and their breasts, and if your butt ain't flat, if your stomach ain't, if you da 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 da, if you ain't got 5 baby daddies, if you like, if you don't like it, then just don't support it. You ain't gotta get on the internet and try to make him apologize and make him like feel like, oh, you're like this particular group matters so much that I'm gonna just change my whole thing. I'm not gonna say where I feel like I want to say when I'm entertaining, because it's entertainment, nothing more, nothing less. Because a lot of them say a lot of things, but folks chunk it up to entertainment. Like when they talking about killing people, folks just be like, they ain't doing that for real. It's just entertainment. It's just expression. It's just this. If he already made a video saying that he didn't go on a rant. He really was just talking. He said if the dudes ain't doing this in the parking lot, da 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 da. If the people ain't doing this in the park, like some of the things that he said just does not apply only to one particular community. That applies to everybody. So then, after all of that happened, of course, Mr. Tip himself had something to say.
That's what's not respectable. It wouldn't be the fact that you gay. It would be the fact that you out here fronting like you ain't. If you is, be proud. Shit.
And what he said is the sentiments of I can't speak for everybody, but the people that I'm around, and for me particular, if that's what you own, then that's what you own. I don't really care about, like, it's no, like, I don't know, it seems like these days that particular community, I always feel like somebody coming at them, somebody don't like them, and da 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 da. I'm like, why is it that somebody gotta watch what they say? Cause for this particular community to feel good. Nobody does that for the straight people, for the people who date their opposite sex. Don't nobody watch what they say to them. And the media don't be on the internet. Oh, you said this, that's disrespectful. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't, like, you can't say one thing to them without them being, oh, you a homophobic. You this, you that. Like, cut it out. Cut it out. And for all the people that saying he need to mind his business, he need to stop talking. He always got something to say. So do y'all. If you made a comment about the situation, if you said that he needs to mind his business, whatever, whatever, y'all doing the same exact thing he's doing, speaking on the situation. And just because folks don't like him, don't mean he gotta shut up. Like, this is a generation of people who feel like they need to control what everybody else think, what everybody else say. If people don't think the same way that the next person think, it's a problem. The problem is the majority of folks think the same. These are the type of man that T.I was talking about.
Me. Why you like DL men? Because oh God, I say this all the time, friend. When I say DL men, it don't mean men who got a girlfriend. It just means men who prefer women, but they will talk to me as well. But he prefers women. That's DL. I don't mean I want him to have a wife or a girlfriend. That's just called a cheater. That's not called DL. That's called a cheater. But
These are the type of men that T.I and them was talking about when they said they have a problem with people who don't come out and just walk in their truth. Because guess what? When you're messing with a man that's messing with men and women, and the women do not know that they like men, that's just unfair to the woman. And a lot of the times when you see stories about down low men, they be married. That is very unfair to the heterosexual community. That's very unfair. Now it's the man's fault, yeah, because he is the one that's not walking in his truth. But these are the problems that we have, or that I have, and these are the problems that T.I was speaking on, because that's how stuff spreads. And then not only from a health standpoint, also from a mental standpoint. At least when you're out there, you know you messing with somebody that's out there. You know you messing with somebody that like men and women, or you a man messing with people who only like men, or a woman messing with another woman who only like women. Like, but to go flip flop like that and don't tell the other person that you flip flopping, that's the problem. Because down low men means they don't stand in their truth, and they primarily date women, but on the side they be sleeping with men. That's just not okay. So listen to what else he said.
That's a big controversy in the gay male community about DL men. I don't think. What do you mean controversy? I don't. I explained it totally well. Um, DL men, and I feel, and I hate people like DL men should come out. No, because we've already talked about this. I still want to go backwards, but you might just came in here. It's a difference between DL and bisexual. Bisexual means you're open. You're open that you like gay and you like men and women.
Like, to a heterosexual person, that makes absolutely no sense. That just don't make no sense. Like, it's no big deal to him because he's okay with it, right? But when it affects the other community, you know what I'm saying? We have to sit here and be like, no, you need to understand why this is okay. No, you need to understand that this doesn't mean bye. Like, this is what T.I is talking about. And these are the only people that the heterosexual community have a problem with. They don't have a problem with people that's walking around living in their truth. Cause who cares? It's the people that's not. Because that causes a lot of causes a lot of effect on people's mental. Imagine being married or with a man or a woman for years and then finding out they been sleeping with the same sex behind your back. Like, come on now. This is what T.I was talking about. And let's see what else he said.
It's just like a DL guy. He likes women. I'm going to the story. He likes women. That is what he likes. But he has that attraction to a guy. It may be like just me, or it may be another one, but it doesn't mean he likes all guys. He doesn't like all guys. He doesn't like every feminine guy that he sees, or every masculine guy that he sees, or every light-skinned guy that he sees, or it just might be two. It might just be two, or one, or three. It just might be a sprinkle, but not all. Like all, he might be disgusted. Like, oh, that one disgusted. But it's just that one. So it's like, so why come out and say he's not, he doesn't have to come out and say he's bisexual, because he's not. He just likes that person, but he likes women. And so now, and the reason I say DL, because it just means down low. It just means that you're not coming out as liking men or bisexual, because that's not what you feel like you're going to be forever. He's not bi. He's not bi. Oh my God.
You know how crazy that sounds to a person that, excuse me, like the opposite sex? That literally sounds crazy. Like, if he's not bi, then what is he? Because obviously he's attracted to the opposite sex and his same sex. No, that's crazy. So what exactly does bi mean? I mean, I'm not understanding. And this is just what T.I was talking about, and I'm not coming at Zoe. I'm just saying this is it. This is an example of what he means, because affects our community because women are having a lot of mental um issues trying to with themselves trying to figure out if it was them or they not good enough, etc., etc. Although they need to go within themselves and understand that somebody else's actions have nothing to do with you. That was on them, but still, um, what's this dude name? Zoe, and I think he is in the LGBTQ community. And listen to this conversation.
Man, we love all of you because y'all are
You do.
Huh?
You do, not all them.
Man, I mean, anybody who don't love another human being is because they lack love for themselves. You dig what I'm saying?
Well, you need to tell you got to tell your homeboys that because that comment.
But I'm only responsible for me. I'm only responsible for me. But look, this is what I'm saying. But the same way you feel that way about him, not wanting him to make people who are gay feel uncomfortable being gay, we don't want people from y'all community who are in positions where they have followings and where they have access to the youth and people follow them. We don't want them to make straight people feel uncomfortable being straight either.
Okay, but listen, if they're not touching you, trying.
Okay, so why that same rule don't apply to us?
Listen, if they're not, if like with Lil Nas video, how can y'all tell? This is what I'm saying. How can people say that that's making you feel uncomfortable because he had guys in a shower?
Ain't nobody. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about
if you go up.
And see, this is the thing about what he just said, and that's what some people in the LGBTQ community like. This is the issue that I always see when people are talking about these situations. They want people. It seems as if the people in that community want everybody to accept them. That's just not life. There are people who are straight that's not accepted. Like, it's not like, oh, you just not accepted for your sexuality. Like, if you look at the media, the news, politics, all that right now, everything is geared toward the LGBTQ community. They got parades, they got months, they got bills being passed, flags that's up. What flag is for? Do straight people have a flag? No. Do straight people have a month? No. No. Do straight folks have a bill? No. Particularly for them and their sexuality to protect them being a heterosexual? No. So this is the thing. Not all people not all. So what? Because guess what? Nobody is put here on earth to be accepted by nobody. If you still trying to be accepted by somebody, then you need to go within yourself and figure out why. If you cannot live in your truth, stand on your own, then you need to go within yourself. Everybody want to be like, I want to be accepted. You have to like me. No. Nobody have to like you. If they don't like you, they don't like you. That mean you go around the people that do like you. Not sit here and argue with people and try to force somebody to like you if they don't. If they don't accept your way of life, oh well, go to the group of people that do. And you won't care about the people that don't. Like he stood up here and said, if they ain't touching you, if they ain't da-da-da, like what you mean? The baby ain't touched nobody out, he said with some words. So that means it shouldn't affect you. If he just speaking words, why does it affect you? Why does it matter? Why do you care? Because these are the same people in this community that I see telling Boosie and the baby and all these people, y'all need to shut up. Y'all need to this. Ooh, like so angry because they decided to say what they wanted to say and they don't agree with a certain lifestyle. That don't mean nothing. So, oh well. Move on. Who cares? You shouldn't care. You shouldn't care what other people think. Long as you know who you are and you can stand on who you are, that's all that matters. Not sit up here and want to get together. Let me go to get all my friends so we can just slander this person and try to get this person off the internet and all this kind of stuff they do to people that have an opinion. When they the ones that got laws geared toward their sexuality, as if straight people don't get attacked too. Come on now. They got flags. You don't see no straight flags. They got months. They got that. Like, nobody needs all that. A person that's straight don't need to be celebrated for being straight. So why do they always think somebody have to celebrate them for living in their truth? That's what everybody do every day. You even living in your, I ain't gonna say your straight truth, but that's what everybody do every day. You live in your truth. You stand on your 2 feet. But moving on. And then if you seen the baby's new video, he have this little part in here talking about that.
No way, bitch, we like A's, I'm on your ass, we on your ass, bitch, we.
Like, I think after that he said something about gunplay, cause he had like two guns or whatever, but he said something about it in the video. Then people not mad. Now that right there, this particular part was insinuating. It sound like. Let me hold on. Let me hear it again.
No way, bitch, we like A's, I'm on your ass, we on your ass, bitch, we.
He said, "B, we like A's, I'm on your." See that right there, people can take it and say, "Well, you talking about the LGBTQ community." Now this particular thing, I can see how people can say, "Oh, this is talking about us," cause he said something about butts and da 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 da. But mind you, people who was one strung out on drugs from needles, people who mom could have had AIDS and they gave birth to a child who contracted it from their parent. Like, it's a lot of different ways people can have AIDS. It's not just the gays. But this particular verse, if you go listen to that, and then if people was like, "Oh, he coming at us," da 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 da, then I can see that. But what he said on stage, that could have been anybody, not just gays. But even then, if he say this, oh well, who cares? These people didn't die from this. These people didn't die from that. It might be some people that died from STDs. It might be some people who died from something to do with their vagina. But that don't stop folks from speaking on different things when they in them concerts and people just be yelling and shouting. That crowd, from all of the comments that I read about his performance, they felt like he had one of the best performances, and everybody was like, "Oh, he had the best energy. The concert was so good." They didn't care about what he said. Only the media, the people who wasn't there, seemed to care. Because all of the comments I read about his performance, because I was like, well, let me see if there was tons of people that was offended that was in the crowd at the time. They seemed to not care what he said. And they the one paid for the show. I mean, we have to learn to just start letting stuff go. Overlooking this stuff. Because every day you're going to wake up, you're going to hear something that you don't like. Just because somebody said something towards you don't mean it's true. Just because they said something that relates to somebody that you may know. Like, they be talking about killing and stuff in songs all the time, and people be all hyped. What if somebody in the crowd, you know what I'm saying, who had a relative or somebody close to them die because of murder? Now, how do you think that may make them feel? But do they have the right to get on the internet and say he needs to be counseled because such and such, this person was gunned down by violence and they rapping about it? Like, come on. Like, some things, people just gotta let it go. Overlook. And then this happened also at the concert.
Special too.
Somebody threw a shoe at his head, tried to take that food out. And nobody seemed to care about that. That's like not important. right? So people pick and choose, because like if I'm a performer or an entertainer, and I am on stage, I don't want to be worried about somebody finna throw something, pop me in the head with it, because they don't like what I said. That mean don't come. And then Boosie said something about it too, but his stuff had so much cussing in it, I couldn't even put it in the video. But if people everybody is just not going to agree. That's life, and that's all I have to say about that. But what I did notice when I was watching parts of the Baby performance, didn't it look like because I was reading, they said that Tory Lanez was banned from Rolling Loud. Now I don't know how true that is, and they was trying to say like the Baby kind of snuck him on stage or whatever. But if you look at this part of the performance, it seems as if they cut his microphone off. Just look.
What the truth is?
Dinner skate, bitch, I'm back. Where have you been? $50,000 on my check, going stupid. Back outside every time. It's a new thing. Niggas love to lie. Gotta tell them what the truth is.
I get in there more, fuck niggas old.
Break them off and send them back on repeat.
So if you just paid attention to Tory Lanez, you could tell. And then the cameraman so petty, because they knew the mic wasn't on. But yeah, you could tell that they cut his microphone off. I thought that was kind of funny. And to speak on that situation, it's not the Baby responsibility to cater to Meg Thee Stallion's feelings. There has been no evidence that have came out that have even showed that Tory Lanez did what people say he did. It is he say, she say. He say he did, she say he did. Until there is evidence, nobody should even be picking a side, because you don't know. You just accusing people. If you did not see it in evidence, then there's nothing you could do about it. Oh well, you have to move on. Because if you listen to her story, a lot of her stuff didn't make sense. You listen to his story, you got to remember, this is the entertainment industry. They've been trying to get homegirl stuff to sell in a lot of different ways. Not to say that it was a publicity stunt and it never happened, etc., etc. I mean, but one thing out of her story, she was like, I got shot in both my feet. And you look at the thing, she got a video just showing one foot, right? And then if you're getting it surgically taken out, I've never seen nobody getting, like, on the table getting surgery and be fully awake. Like, the whole thing was just crazy. So until you find evidence, it don't matter. It's not the Baby's responsibility to walk around and be mad at Tory Lanez for Meg Thee Stallion because they had a song together. Like, folks act like that's her brother or something. And they was like, he been, like, when they were saying he played a Meg Thee Stallion song, the song he have with Meg Thee Stallion after the Tory Lanez thing, I was sitting up here thinking, like, well, they said that Meg Thee Stallion came after. I was like, oh, she came out and performed with him. Until I looked at the thing, I'm like, she wasn't even there. She didn't perform with him. He just played the song. How folks know that just wasn't the order that he put it in? Or maybe he put it in that way because he's showing it ain't no hard feelings. Because he did say something. I can't remember what he said before he dropped that song. So it's not his responsibility to be mad for her. She got enough people on her side for social media. He don't have to do that. And I'm out.